At least 48 people have been killed in a landslide in Antioquia province in northwest Colombia, officials say. Bodies are still being recovered and the authorities expect the number of fatalities to rise. Heavy rains caused the river Liboriana, in the town of Salgar, to burst its banks, triggering the landslide. Much of the village of Santa Margarita, southwest of the provincial capital, Medellin, was swept away when the landslide hit early on Monday. The authorities say 27 people are injured and 30 families have been affected. Courage and fortitude. President Juan Manuel Santos and Antioquia Governor Sergio Fajardo have traveled to Salgar to assess the damage. Mr. Santos has declared a state of emergency in the area and, after meeting some of the survivors, promised to rebuild the houses and make them better than they were before this disaster. We cannot bring the dead back, which we regret deeply, and we will support the families of the victims. But we have to move on from this tragedy, and look ahead with courage and fortitude, said Mr. Santos. The priority now is the hospital, said the president. Earlier, gas and electricity services in the town were suspended for precaution. Frightened but alive. The Colombian Air Force and police have sent helicopters to the area. More than 160 soldiers are working in the emergency effort. Some 100 people have been evacuated from high-risk areas. Local official Zulma Osorio spoke of a tragedy of enormous proportions. Mud, rocks, and tree trunks destroyed many houses in poor neighborhoods close to the river. Resident Jorge Quintero described his ordeal when the landslide hit the village. When I felt my house shaking, we got out, my family and I. When we got out, we were stuck in the middle of the landslide. It was coming from both sides and we were in the middle. I said to my wife, let's hold each other and hope that God saves us, and I know He gave us His hand because here we are, alive, still frightened, but still alive.